Hi everyone and welcome to Dream and Be Reviews. I am your host J.E. and today we're talking about Marty Supreme. Ooh, this film got me conflicted, in a good way though. First off, I want to say thank you so much for clicking on this. Normally, I do reviews on TV, film, and anime. But anyway, let's jump straight into it. So, this film is based on the real-life table tennis legend Marty Reisman. Now, he was known to be a hustler, a con artist, and a gambler. And he dominated the ping pong scene in the 1950s. For me, knowing that this backstory makes this film hit even harder. So, this film has been directed by Safdie. If you don't remember him, he's one of the minds behind Uncut Gems. And I can already see that same chaotic and high energy style presented with Adam Sandler. Now, this has also been a passion project for Timothée Chalamet for about the last 6 years. And honestly, I was really energized by his press tour that he did last year when he was just talking about what the film means and what it means to see original film and why we should go out and support them. So when I walked in to see it, I was thinking, you know what, this film I think is going to be really, really good. So let's talk a little bit about the film. Now, personally, for me, the pacing is really sharp and relentless. And some of the shot choices really impressed me. A lot of the scenes I felt had this intense and slightly unhinged feeling that immediately reminded me of scenes from Uncut Gems. Just this jittery, anxious energy that personally I don't see in films that are being made now today. So let's talk about some of the actors in this film. And first off, let's talk about Timothée Chalamet playing Marty Mauser. Now, personally, when you see him, he comes across quite young and I would say unassuming. When you first look at him, you just think, yeah, there's nothing really there. And then he comes out and he just floors you with these amazing performances. I still remember the first film that made me take note of Timothée Chalamet was The King, a film that came out on Netflix where he's starring opposite Robert Pattinson. Yeah, now that's a mix in itself. And I remember thinking, who's this kid? But since then, he's been doing such incredible work. I only found out when I was looking up this film, he's in Lady Bird. I love Lady Bird. I didn't even know he was in Lady Bird. It was great to see him in The Complete Unknown playing Bob Dylan, which was amazing. And Don't Look Up, oh my gosh, I forgot he was in that. Interstellar, one of my favorite films of all time. And then you've got the Doom franchise, Willy Wonka, and French Dispatch, which I haven't seen yet, and I will see it. But this for me is his most ambitious and most intriguing character I feel he's played so far. You can definitely tell he's pushing his own boundaries, and you can feel that this allows for such growth and maturity in the way that he carries the character and presents what you're seeing on screen. It's amazing, man. Truly amazing work. So let's talk about Gwyneth Paltrow. I believe she plays a lady called Kay Stone. It's a bit weird seeing her, but I was quite excited to see her in this role playing an older actress trying to claw her way back into her career. I don't know if this was intentional. It's a little bit meta, but I believe this was her first project in 6 years. And to be honest, she just slid right back into acting like it was nothing. I loved her performance. I love the way the film paces her scenes. I love the way she's allowed to breathe as the character and to really inhabit what this woman represents, who is trying to reclaim her place in that world. So let's talk about Tyler, the creator. He's also known as Tyler Ockamy. Now, I believe he plays a character called Wally, and I'm just gonna say it, I really love the chemistry that him and Timothée created as the two characters. Even though this is set after the Second World War, the film, I'm grateful that it doesn't really go heavily into the obvious racism that is in their dynamic. I mean, there are moments in the film where it touches on it, but overall, their relationship feels warm and lived in. Personally, I really, really appreciated that. So let's talk about Odessa Ozian, who plays Rachel. Now, I was genuinely shocked by where her story goes and the choices that they have her make. I was really impressed with her performance and how she presented this character. You feel the connection between her and Marty, and you believe how far she's willing to go, which makes some of the later scenes even hit harder. Let's talk a little bit about the script and the story. Now, there are moments where generally I didn't know if it was real or it's another lie or it's just been exaggerated. And you know what? I love the ambiguity of what was being presented on film. There were definitely moments, or for me, flashbacks of uncut gems. For me, I think Marty is a narcissist. He's driven, and there are many times in the film you just wanted to love him and also punch him in the face because of the absurdity of some of the things he was doing. I definitely felt that a lot of the things that were happening to him was his fault, but also there was this underlying feeling that some things are being done to him and he's forced to fight back for what he believes in. For me, his confidence is so fascinating. I don't even think there is that level of self-belief allowed anymore in our current environment and culture. When you think back to all the money and time and investment that's been put into him, and then for him to turn around and use it to sell his dream and to get you involved due to his energy, wow, that was an amazing piece of work. For me, I always just found that he was so driven and was able to slip out of any trap that was put in and then to make things happen. Kudos, I love it. I just thought it was great the way the performance was. Truly cool. One of the things that really stuck out to me was the writing of this character. Whatever situation he ends up, somehow he can twist it to his advantage. Personally, I was really happy that I got to see this in the cinema because the character work feels even stronger when I was fully immersed with that massive screen. Overall, this film, I felt, was really a very interesting journey. I definitely feel morally conflicted and a bit perplexed. To me, the film doesn't end in your traditional happy ending, but I'm really glad that we didn't get a classic Hollywood, nice, neated wrap-up of the film. The film definitely has an honest way of going, even if, and I felt at times, it leaves you feeling unsettled by the outcome. I personally think Marty Supreme is going to be talked about for years and years to come. The fact from it getting already 9 Oscar nominations, I believe Best Picture was one of them, Best Actor for Timothee, and I believe this is his 3rd one has been nominated, which makes him the youngest male actor to get that milestone already. You got one for Best Director for Josh Safdie, and then you got loads of other ones. I think screenplay, cinematography, editing, production design, and casting. Timothee's performance is amazing. I think he should win an Oscar for it. However, due to him being so young, and there were so many good films that came out this year, I can't see them giving it to him. I think they're going to wait to when Doom 3 comes out, and then he's going to get nominated and win an Oscar. Easy peasy. I can't see it happening. But honestly, this film doesn't work without him. This is going to be my final thoughts on the whole thing. Personally, this film is beautiful. I just am worried that not everyone's going to like it. For me, knowing that it's about a real life character who was a hustler, who was a con artist and a gambler, for me made it very hard or made it weird to root for him. The duality of that, I really loved his focus and his drive, but I can't decide if I want to love him or hate him just because of some of the choices. And also, I did find myself, I couldn't rewatch the film because I was worried that I won't be able to recapture that energy that I got from the first time. To me, that first time was so powerful experience that it really overshadowed my common sense to go and watch it again. I just wanted to keep that raw energy that was. Timothee's performance is amazing being presented. So that is going to be the end of my review, and I should be asking you the question, have you seen Marty Supreme? What did you think of it? Was it worth the hype? Did Timothee oversell? Do you think the film deserves all the accolades and nominations that it's getting? Or do you think it's just another cheap, enthusiastic film about celebrating a narcissist? Let me know in the comments below. I want to say thank you again for clicking on this. It means so much to me. And please remember, if you can dream, you can be. Peace.